and welcome to another Tuesday, another exciting episode of Kicking It with Keisha&K.C. As you can see, we have tons of guests today for some interesting conversation. How's everybody doing?
Oh, and I'm Keisha.
Oh, sorry about that. You all, you remember Keisha?
Right. I left for 1 week. Dang.
Yeah. If everybody can just give your name one more time, we have Mojo.
Mojo, yeah.
Spoon.
Fatty.
Samara.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us again. So tonight we're going to be talking about relationships again, and just basically want to give an understanding of man versus woman when it comes to certain things in life. Like, for example, with dating and love, running a household and things of that nature.
And we're going to circle back to the big thing being communication and how men communicate and how women communicate in relationships and how they end up trying to resolve them and how sometimes that miscommunication can go bad. You know, if there's not an understanding of, if two people don't really understand the communication language, almost like a love language, then it's like they just constantly batting heads, but it doesn't mean that one person is wrong or one person is right. They just don't know how to communicate with each other yet.
Just to get a little background, is everybody married, single? What's your status? Or you rather not say?
I'm dating.
Okay.
I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
I'm in a relationship as well.
Okay.
I'm in a relationship.
Okay, good.
I'm in a situation.
Fire.
I am married.
Okay, so all three of you are in relationships. Now, how long has your relationship been going on? Y'all in a relationship with one person, right? No.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship with one person.
Okay.
And I guess since 2017, so I guess about 5 years.
Oh, okay. Now, are you dating? Well, are you living together? If you don't mind me asking.
Yes.
And do you think that you said about 5 years? Have you proposed, or has it engaged, or is anything put you on the spot? Is this? Do you, after 5 years, do you think that, like, what you waiting on?
Okay. I didn't know we were going to be bringing up personal things.
I mean, we can
just
in general. No, we don't have to.
We don't have to. My bad. I put you on the spot. I asked you that off camera.
It's not because I don't love her. It's I really ain't never been or ever thought of this way of marriage being something that I would want to do. But if I'm with you, with you.
When you say this way of marriage, you talking about like you were talking about before, like the white man's perception of marriage, where you got to be on a piece of paper.
Deal.
Okay.
And I'm not into, not that I won't give you everything, but I'm not, you got to be there. You can be there without being my last name or whatever. Don't mean I don't love you. It just means this was supposed to be
Okay. Well, let's move on.
Okay, well, let's
How many
move
years
on.
have you invested in your relationship?
Me and my lady, probably like 18 years.
Oh, okay.
Off and on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
More, on, but I was on bullshit.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean? I was just out here. So, but.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, because you look young to me, how old are you? You in your 30s?
50.
Stop.
You're lying to me.
Like don't crack, yeah.
Oh my gosh. He was like 30 something. Okay. Because when you said 18 years, I'm like, okay, so.
Old school.
He's young. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud. That's right. Just like don't crack.
So what is the biggest hindrance, I guess, for men as far as, like, everybody's dating, like me, I'll soon be 50 in about 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and so
One of them or all of them.
you know, so just wondering, like, I'm still, like I said, I'm in a situation, you know, I done been engaged, I've been in long-term relationships, and then now it's like the person that I'm with, like, we vibing, but, like, he don't want to do nothing. He kind of set in his ways, don't really want to go out, he, like, Netflix and chilling is good for him. Like, you know, we don't have to do nothing else, and he's content with that. But I'm still a little vibrant and want to do a few things. So as a man, like, how do you handle that? Or what suggestions would you give me as far as a female dealing with a guy who really don't want to do too much?
Go out and do you.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? Like, I think, like, people, male, women, like a man and woman, 2 girls, not on engagement, I'm just saying girls, hanging. Say we hang out 2, 3 times. Say you and some girls, y'all hang out for the whole summer. 6, y'all hang out about 5 times throughout the summer. It's like, this my girl. You know what I mean? This my friend. Same as the guy and the girl. They go out, go to dinner, go do other things. Like a couple times, they start fucking. This my woman. This my man. People never sit down and say, hey, tell me 10 things you like and 10 things you know you don't like. Tell me your pet peeves. We don't know. So unbeknownst to us, we'll be stepping on a person's toes. So we need to, before we, what you like, you know what I mean? So say you had asked him that. He like, I ain't a club guy. I like staying in the house. I like watching TV. And you would have known, you know what I mean? So he might not be intentionally saying, you know what I mean, he in his comfort zone. Some people, and we gotta, I mean, relationship, you gotta meet halfway, but, you know what I mean, you got to know your person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we, like I say, we just, after a couple times, we take it for granted. Don't let it be some years and some money invested and y'all move in. It's my man. But y'all never sat down and was like, yo, what you like?
Okay.
You know, what don't you like?
I'm gonna have that conversation with him then.
Yeah.
Just see, let him know. Oh shit,
I hope
Auntie
it
in
is
the
as open
house.
as you was just
Come on in.
Come on in, Auntie. Come on in and have a seat.
How? Okay. Let me ask you this: how's the dating scene?
Well, let me rephrase that because I'm not dating. I'm in a committed relationship, but I'm not married. So
Okay.
I said dating, but we're together. We're committed, and it's actually probably probably the best relationship I've ever had.
Oh, okay, cool.
This
And
is the best.
what makes it the best?
Well, he's really he's my best friend. Like we talk about everything. Like I thought that I talked. He talks, and you know, we just talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? We spent hours on the phone. Just hours on the phone. We don't live together. That was by choice. We've been dating for 2 years. I think we still getting to learn each other. So
Okay,
all
taking
these
that
conversations, you know, is meaningful because we don't have to combine our assets and come together in the household soon, but not right now. So we just
Okay.
dating
And
getting
I
to know more.
remember when you were on the show before, you said the biggest thing for you was communication. So
Yes.
I'm glad that you have somebody that you can actually communicate. And that circles back to what Spoon was saying, just as far as, like you said, 2 years. Most people, 6 months, sooner than that, they living together. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that you taking your time at your, and you mind to say, how old are you?
In my 30s.
In her 30s. So you know what I'm
Mid-30s.
saying? Okay, mid-30s. So you've learned, if you've grown during relationships, and now you know, like you said, I need a communicator, and now you have that. So that's a blessing that y'all even able to take that time to get to know each other. And it does take about 2 to 3 years to let that facade go. Because sometimes people meet, and then they have a character, so to speak. Like in the beginning, they putting their best foot forward, and then after a while, you get to know them, and you're like, hold on, this not how you were in the beginning.
I like it goes against the norm and the status quo, but what he said about marriage, just the Eurocentric ideal of marriage, now it's tied up with paperwork, court stuff, and you know what I mean? Say for instance, I owe child support. I owe child support for my child. I marry you, now they start taking your money. That ain't fair, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, with the idea that they use, yeah, I understand, like, I got a policy, she's the beneficiary, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do it like that, but I'm saying as far as,
okay, I didn't think about that.
You know what I mean? Like he said, I'm gonna look out. I got you. But just now I'm under y'all's, you know what I mean? The system is telling me what I have to do, and I have to abide by this according to this they idea. I mean, it worked for some, and I understand it. But on the flip side, like, you know what I mean?
And I guess that's how some women look at it. It's like, okay, we together all this time, and then if something happened to you, I'm just a girlfriend on paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
without that white title.
You gotta look out, take care of yourself, but
having
if
a
you
policy,
and somebody together, and y'all, you know what I mean? If he makes sure to do I got this in place for you right now. Man, you know what I mean?
Now
you
that's
feel straight.
love.
I got you. No worries. It's already. You got this.
Have a wheel set out. Have
I gotta
set
go
out.
through. Think how many people. My homeboy died. His wife and he didn't leave his wife any money, but they had been off and on. So now the wife got the mama in probate. You know what I mean? And it's like all this because this is your ideal of I have to abide by these rules to be with my person. Come on, no, I don't have
but
to do
that's
that.
the way the system got it set up.
Come on, man.
And it done fooled a gang of women. Cause it ain't no more grandma, grandpa love that we love each other through the thick.
40 years straight.
It ain't that no more. It's what is this nigga doing for me? Why is this whole not done for me? Is you worth it? Most African Americans don't have no goddamn life insurance on themselves. They ain't thinking of, ain't nothing gonna be left to it be a fight and everybody fighting over shit. I mean, I love my baby. I wouldn't be with her or claiming her if I didn't love her.
Right.
So that part of it is, I shouldn't have to sign a paper to prove my love to whomever I'm with.
I believe that love an action word. So if I'm doing and I'm showing you, I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have no problem being married, you know, somehow, you know, say, as far as just going through now you know what I mean? We on the docket. You know, we a court case. And this is, now, this guy don't know either of us.
Right.
You gotta decide.
I'm gonna decide. Man, sit down. You know what I mean?
That's
Come on.
true.
We got to take control and be our, you know, we just followers. We whatever. You know what I mean? We trying to live somebody else's life. We got to.
But that goes back to what we done been fooled about. They used to separate us. Yeah, I could be, this is my helper. And they be, no, you going way over on the other side of the planet. Cause that's just how they thought of us. They still treat us like child. But we get to thinking, oh, we just like them if we got the money. Money don't make you just like them. They keep proving that shit to y'all over and over again.
Look at like Dr. Dre and his wife. Or, you know, Kobe and his old lady. Remember they was like, you want with me shooting in the gym. You know what I mean? You ain't hit a bucket. But you entitled, you know what I mean? If this goes wrong, now you entitled to half my earning. I was in the gym every day, running around and jumping and shooting. And, yeah, you might have been supportive, but I'm, you know what I mean? So I understand, you know, you got to look out for your woman just as a man, you know? But
Yeah, she wasn't your woman.
You gotta look.
Else she wasn't your woman.
so, you know what I mean? I'm just, let me do that. But how this guy right here gonna tell, oh, man, she's entitled to, now I'm gonna award her $90 million.
But in turn, women have to also take care of themselves, because say we together and you lose your mate or whatever, then you gonna be like, well, now what? Women have to remember, yes, it's you know, he can provide and take care of you and all that kind of stuff, but also have something for yourself. Not even just yourself, because what if your mate, what if he become paralyzed or something like that? You got to be ready to take on that challenge. A lot of women go into relationships, especially these young girls. Oh my gosh, they be thinking like, this a man got to do this for me, a man got to do that for me, and blah 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 blah. No, you learn to have something for yourself. Learn to have a value in yourself. Because if you don't have value in yourself, how do you expect for a man to come along and see a value in you?
And
Because of that young, because of that phone.
Not even real. It's not realistic. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just like
It,
that right
it
there
is.
is a flower in a vase in the water.
One thing my daddy always said to me, and it rings in my head still to this day. He would drive us around. He would talk to us, and he said, "Baby, go to school so you can take care of yourself." And that was his idea of being able to take care of yourself, because maybe he thought school was the best thing. So I went to school. I did what he said. I have my own. I can take care of myself. So when I do come to the table, I have my life insurance policies, I have my 401k, I have all that set aside, I have IRAs, I have all that set aside. So when I do come, I am bringing something to the table. It's not me just coming and you taking care of me. I could take care of myself. With our situation, I always tell them, like, we could coexist as we are and be perfectly fine, because I don't need you for anything and you don't need me for anything. However, I still do believe in institutional marriage. I still do want to be married. But I always tell them, like, we could live like this and be perfectly okay, because we both can take care of ourselves.
That 401k and all that stuff that you work for, that should be yours. You know what I mean? Because you acquired that
From being here.
From, up to the point you met him, you already had it. Same as what he already had. Like, now we got to come and put this together, and then again, now we got to oversee it, watching this stuff.
Now, are you comfortable with, like, if, like you say right now, with you two living apart, would you be okay living apart as a married couple?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
I've seen that before, but I just wouldn't want to.
Do that.
I would suggest it. I would suggest it, because when you get mad, oh, you mad? Oh, I just go over to the house. When you ain't mad, you get back.
So you saying if you do come together and get married, they should keep that separate household, so in the midst of an argument?
They should have a separate house. So you won't be, what was the old girl name that Kwame couldn't keep control of, that he was housing up in his place, all different kind of places, the one that got him in trouble?
I know what you're talking about.
Talking about
Exactly.
Beatty.
Okay, you over here. And while I'm over here,
Christine Beatty, I love you. Okay,
I
go
love
ahead.
her too. Not her attitude or her mouth, because that's what brought him down. But that's another story. I got my house over here, but we not tripping. I ain't got to be tipping. Maybe it's just me, because I done grew to a point where I realized that I don't have to fuck all the pussy. All the pussy don't need to be mine.
Okay.
So we can sit and I could be in the presence of you and not want to grab your thigh or none of that other. It's not that kind of where I have to. But people get tricked into thinking that they need to, because we be looking in that phone all day. And that phone be validating shit that's not fucking real. It ain't never been real. They telling you we putting you in the matrix, but we steady keeping on sucking on the plug.
But you know what? As far as things that go on in the phone, it's all about what you are putting into your mind, your body, and your soul.
Everything is going into your mind.
People need to remember that those three come first.
You soaking up everything, no matter if you think you picking it up or not. You are soaking it in.
And even if you know what I mean, you have some degree of consciousness, okay, I'm here behind, you still, if you lose your phone, you're going to get anxiety, you're going to get hot. Oh my God, you're going to trip out. You know what I mean? Even, it's addiction. Anything you do 28 to 48 days to happen. A phone, man, you picking that joint up, that's the first thing you do. Before you brush your teeth, go piss, you checking the phone.
Why you shitting?
You know what I mean? You taking it to the bathroom.
Right.
I mean, dude, we are, like he said, you locked. That's why they call it a cell phone. You locked in the cell. You got you don't have your phone.
Like that.
And we giving it to our kids. This is why they don't have no sense of what a relationship is, because they always comparing it to the heifer on the phone, because they're always talking about what's going on
We
over
played
here.
outside and hunched on each other.
That's
We
true.
had to go get them.
This
You know
man,
what I mean?
she don't want nobody humping on that booty but me when we
She was
play
coming
hide go get
outside.
it.
It wasn't no. She had however her hair was. She came to play.
Right.
So this is it. But none
Right,
of
it
that.
didn't matter.
This is
Like,
how
now
you
you gotta
have
be-
to have your lashes in, or you have to be this. Man, dude.
And that's a stereotype.
Nah, man, shut up, man.
Okay, let me ask y'all this. So, I was having a conversation with a young man earlier this week, and he was like, "I'm gonna have 2 and 3 wives," and mind you, he's like maybe 20, 21, and I'm like, you really want that? And he was like really serious, like he gonna have 2 and 3 wives or whatever. And I said, well, why? He was like, look at the ratio of men and women out here. He said, why deprive myself? I'm like, what? So I say that asking, thinking about your mate, would you be willing to take on another mate at the same time?
I know, man.
It's too stressful.
I know.
It's stressful. One woman, your woman gonna stress you out.
Yeah.
Your woman gonna stress. Some way, your woman
Your
gonna.
side chick always fix that.
But
That's
still-
why you had your
But
side
listen,
chick.
so now the side
that's
chick,
not-
but she ain't the side chick no more. She a wife, so she take. So now
no.
all these wives, man, that's
No,
stressful.
no,
you would
no,
fucking
no,
have
no.
a heart attack. And die.
Most people, whether it's a work relationship, a work wife, or work husband, or somewhere else where they hang out, they have another relationship going on outside of that relationship. That's the core.
That's a rich dude game.
It
though.
ain't no rich dude
No,
game.
no, I'm saying that to say that, man, you can't be with a chick and don't have no money or not be doing something for her. So you taking care of 3 women equally? That's a bankroll.
See, that's the difference.
That's the
Because
bankroll.
unlike Muslim law, which says when you take on these said wives, you are making them wives. A side chick is not a wife. And the others don't get what the first one gets. So it's not never distributed equally.
No, but you
So
know,
if you sitting up here trying to keep it to
she
the
gonna want to
law,
go together.
I mean, even if they...
Sooner or later, you keep
have
hitting her, she squirting, she going, she start. You thinking like, damn, every time I'm on some ego shit. I'm every time make her come. It's going to her heart,
It's
my
not
dude.
ego.
She's feeling
It's
that.
not
my dude.
ego.
She gonna want to go together.
I may
sooner or
have a
later.
relationship with her that's purely cerebral and mental. I may have another relationship with somebody totally different that might be spiritual. I might have a physical relationship with another one. Those all are
You
separate
can't find
ways.
that all in one person.
No,
do you feel,
not- hold on.
Do you feel stretched? Like
That's what I'm saying. Ain't that? It's only
The
24 hours
universe
in
is
a day.
constantly expanding. And just like it's happening above, it's happening below. We are not the compact. That's why COVID got here, because we are not compacted onto ourselves. Everybody is in contact with each other. And once again, coming back to this phone, we even made it more so where you can get in contact with me without having to see me. So, sitting up here acting like it's not, I'm all so committed, because nobody really is. Whether it's for attention or the love, the physical contact, or maybe that piece I'm with, I just don't fucking fit.
So you say nobody's really committed. What do you mean, as far as to each other, or?
This is what love is. Love is that one that's gonna wipe your ass when you have that stroke. When you motherfucking go through your shit. Not this superficial where we going, what we got, and all that other shit. If they not gonna fucking care about you when you slobbing at the mouth, can't take care of your fucking self. Then you gonna be wondering when you stuck in your body, why the fuck did I marry this motherfucker who was only sitting up here trying to collect? And that's in any kind of relationship. Gay, lesbian, transgender, or whatever. Everything but regular. Because they trying to discard regular. They keep trying to cut the numbers down. We are not seeing this. They was losing. White people was losing. That's the only reason that they started doing this shit.
Okay.
Playing with y'all mind. That feminist movement, a lie. Because she wasn't thinking about y'all. Susan B. Anthony when she was going up there to vote. Because Frederick Douglass. Niggas got it first. You let niggas get it before us. Hold on. He was my boy, but fuck that. A white girl supposed to get it. She was Karen. She was the original fucking Karen.
Wow. Susan B. Anthony was the original Karen. And on that note, we're going to take a quick break. Shout out to Ace of Spades, one of our sponsors, and Vano's Boutique. We'll be right back.
And we're back for the second half. We were talking off air, and one of the questions that I posed was, what advice would you give someone as far as love and relationships? Somebody maybe like in their 20s. Whether it's a warning or whether it's just here's some advice and good luck.
Good advice.
Live your life and have fun.
Yes.
Live your life. And I would say too,
20.
just circling back on when we did the panel with the females and with the males, they both said communication. Learn how to communicate early. Learn your person. Have those tough conversations that you think, sometimes men, they have an ego and you don't want to talk about certain situations, but you have to do it. You have to open up and, let them know how you feel. Let them know what you like, what you don't like, and find out about your partner. Learn your partner. That's not real?
That's not real.
Why?
You're lying. I mean, you were lying, ma'am. I apologize.
What am I lying about?
Because when I met you, it wasn't you. When you met me, it wasn't me. It was the bravado and the feminine that was sitting up there baiting each other because natural hormones was going off. Before we had the input of other motherfuckers in our shit saying them scents ain't real. If you feel it, you feel it. It ain't no denial. And you shouldn't be shunned and ashamed of it because you feeling it. But if you are feeling it and you see it's not coming back, then you have to be like, I gotta be able to accept an L. It's just like getting your ass kicked.
But isn't that in communicating? If you exposing yourself and then you find out about this person, you take the L if you say, okay, I liked him, but he got these ways, and that doesn't fit with me, I'm going to have to
That don't mean
let
you
that
love
go.
him less.
Right, but you still have to take that L.
The limits of your love. I could feel for you and not be with you. Don't mean I don't love you.
That's what I'm saying, though. If you communicate and you find out things that you don't like or don't mesh with you.
I say, with both of y'all saying, my thing would be tell the truth. Keep it real.
We not.
Yep.
We don't.
But I'm saying, as far as the communication, like you said, I could be with you and this and that. But I'm gonna tell you, if when you meet me, if I don't do nothing but tell the truth, you either gotta respect it or get the fuck on. You're gonna be like,
You have a choice.
You got a choice, and I'm flat out telling
That's
you,
what
like,
I'm saying.
I
do
bought
the
you
realest.
drinks.
So
When I met you, I bought you drinks. Initiating a point where fuck it. I got you.
He's not talking about me, y'all. He's just
I'm
saying
not.
in
I'm not
general.
saying. I'm generalizing.
Right.
But we're just looking at each other because we're talking.
Yeah.
That is a persona now that niggas taking Viagra, niggas taking Cialis, and trying to be somebody that they cannot be every day. On the day with that. And if she love you, she would love you on the days that you can't do or you won't do. If you can't cut the mustard, you gotta lick the jar. Or whatever y'all got set up.
Well, damn.
I always say a few things. Number one, be honest so that everybody know their angle when it comes down to what y'all got going on, and you'll know which way you're going with this. You know what I'm saying? And then two, have fun. The first thing people want to do is start having babies. No, enjoy one another, get to know one another, spend time, have your freedom.
That's not for real. how we gonna tell these kids to wear rubber when we didn't? That's why they here. So how you gonna tell them the feeling of real can be fixed with something that, because these are your natural, it's just like a kid. I can't lie to you, because it's exuberating out of me.
That's one thing I wish my mom would have kicked with me about more, because we never even had those conversations about relationships and none of that. It was just kind of thrown to the wolves. So I just wish somebody would have kicked it with me to say, you know what I'm saying, this is what it's going to be like. You may feel this, you may feel that, you may not feel this. And then also my advice would just be, it could wait. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally can wait.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm gonna have to. I never thought about having those conversations with my daughter.
That's a lie.
Like,
even if you jacking off, you totally doing wrong according to whatever religion that you are. What are you?
I'm just Christian.
Okay, definitely Christian. They can't play with themselves. Even if you run across and humping on the couch, you are not supposed to do that. Anything other than producing is what that motherfucker is for. So even when you want to feel good, you ain't supposed to feel good.
Right.
According to the book.
According to that book.
According to the book.
So, like, if we picking and choosing, and you want to omit it, because it ain't 10 Commandments. It was like 647 of them. They dwindled it down to 10 because they was all this other shit. I'm not motherfucking doing.
Right.
So we keep on trying to bend reality to our mind instead of being in reality and understanding. Hey, I see my kid doing, because we be false representing with our kids too. Fuck, if you a motherfucker that like to walk around fucking naked in your house, fuck that is kids in the house or not. We just like in Europe. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to fuck them. They not trying to fuck me. But we understand how our body is, and we not motherfucking tripping about that bullshit. But how many of y'all do? You would do it in Africa. How many other y'all, or any other tribal, Brazil, goddamn Australia, everywhere that we are from, even here, because we was here before they was here. We was comfortable in themselves, in ourself. They not comfortable in their self because they evil motherfuckers. And it's to disrupt all this. Black love. Cause when we was okay, it was more black people that was married than motherfucking white people that was motherfucking married. Then they told them, we giving you money, we taking care of your kids, you got to put this nigga out. I don't want no toothbrush, I don't want his drawers in the house.
And I'm gonna come through and do a check.
And I'm checking
a welfare check.
Where is it that, how is that a democratic society where you had the right to vote with them? But we fell into the complacency of them motherfuckers taking care of us.
That handout. It's like,
And us doing better than what this nigga was doing, who was a regular nigga.
He had ups and downs, you know what I mean?
It come and go.
Typical shit, you know, ebbs and flows. But, you know, same as I was saying with the marriage thing. Same as now we got a welfare check coming into our home. You got to leave and, you know what I mean, set that up. Same as with the marriage thing, with the actual paperwork. Now we got a judge. Now he gonna come in and he gonna divide the assets.
Okay, so what advice would you give to someone in their 20s as far as love and relationships?
I mean,
dating.
It's not realistic, like he said. It's not. But I understand what he's saying. But just to say it, you gotta be truthful. This is me. This is how I am. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or rude, but I'm gonna tell you where I'm at. And if a person, best thing people have is communication.
I'm good.
Yeah, best thing people can have is communication. So if a person telling you off rip everything, this is where I'm at, or this is what I like, or no, I don't want to do that, or
Sometimes
keep
even
it,
when
keep
you
it
tell
real.
the truth, people be like, I don't believe you. Like,
I ain't broke,
I ran
but I
into
can
that.
fix it. I got a DIY that say I can fix that. My vagina is the vagina. Since all the other vaginas didn't fix this motherfucker, that can fix this.
A lot of
That's
women
right.
think pussy
And
pussy
it's
runs
not.
the world.
That's not your key. It's the ebb and flow. If we don't have the ebb and flow, because it's gonna be times I'm gonna have to be your backbone, and it's gonna be times when you're gonna have to be my backbone. And if I can't trust you to be that motherfucker there, what the fuck is you here for?
And two, like he said, say for instance, like yourself. You said, you went to school, you accomplished some goals, you did some things, you acquired some things. So, say, your everyday move is just to be a hustler, grind, you grind. Now you get a husband, and then a person, I don't want to do this no more, I don't want to work no more. I just want to be a stay-at-home mother. So everything that he admired about you is gone now. Damn.
You your representative?
I admire how she works. You know what I mean? Just her drive inspires me, maybe. Now, I don't want to do this no more. I just want to, or like he said, we looked a certain way, or we, I'm physically attractive. I'm looking good. I'm smelling good. Now we get to fucking a couple times. Now she don't do it no more. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta. I'm gonna have rollers in my shit. And then that's cool. It's all right. You being yourself, but whatever you did to get a person, you gotta keep doing it. You know what I mean? You gotta keep doing. You can't change the script because I like that. And so now what you giving me?
I don't want to get it misconstrued as saying people don't evolve. Because sometimes people do evolve, some quicker than others. So really, if I presented the ideal that we are not keeping up with the same thing, I apologize. What I am saying is this. That's where the ebb and flow comes in. Because if you are securely and really mine, I'm not running that far up in front of you where I can't reach back and help you. Because that's how the ebb and flow go. So what I would tell any 20-year-old, love is never 50-50. You would never gonna get that misery. It's not possible. It is how much can you tolerate? How much of that shit can you tolerate?
Tolerate what? Like,
if this nigga did the worst fucking thing to me, fuck my girl, would I still have the backbone and fortitude to stay with this motherfucker? And i.e. reversal, back to him. If the same thing happened, because it can happen, especially with social media, because we, like, when a heifer is vindictive, it is hard, nigga. She'll show you where she at the party and the train got run over, and it's niggas that you was hanging with. All they faces is familiar because she that pissed at you. Now, can you still see yourself loving this person, especially if you know this person got the propensity of being this evil, this mad at the world, that she would embarrass herself to embarrass me?
Yeah, right.
But that
And
comes
some
in
women
how,
do
where
that.
you at with it. You know what I mean? Like how you feel, because man, you take a plate and drop it on the ground, crack it up, and then put it back together and take. It ain't gonna be the same. You know what I mean?
True.
It's not gonna be the same. So it's up to me to say, damn, I can still eat off this plate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or you
Want to
can't
eat off
I
this
want to
plate.
eat off this plate, and it's okay. But ain't no such thing as, you're not gonna forget
Hold on.
nothing.
I
And you put it back
Always-
together, you're not gonna have all the pieces either.
It's certain
Love
things-
is not gonna be like that, and this is what I keep on. That's why I said it's never gonna be the same. The plate is not the same. You're gonna have the lumps again.
Hold on, Samara was about to say.
I was just gonna say, just to answer your question, it's some things that I have to do for myself that if I don't do, I may be crazy. Like, I have to run in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I have to do for myself. So that'll never stop, whether it's me running in the morning or me getting a workout in. Those are some things that I'm not going to stop. I'm the type of person that don't really sit still. So it's some things that I'm going to continue to do regardless of whether I'm with the person or not. It's just some things that are in me, and those things that I'm going to continue to do.
And you
Now,
need to tell a guy that.
Yeah.
This is me, and this is how I am. This is what I'm going to do. This is what... And if a person love it, it ain't gonna never try to change you.
A lot of men are intimidated by a woman like her, though. Going to school,
man.
being educated,
That's
So
a
a lot of
yes,
these
that's
girls
a-
don't
that's
even
a
know what an
clue.
IRA is. Like, did she say IRA? What is that?
They are lost in our superficial world that is not real. We have never took the time to ground ourselves. First of all, those are things that really we contemplated before. Let go because we've seen what it leads to. Everybody can't have it all. So sitting up here trying to be like everybody and get it all, it's not.
Okay. But that goes back to, just with certain men can't handle a certain type of woman. It's like it's some jealousy in there.
I'm not supposed to be with you. I'm not supposed to. We are in denial of ourselves.
But it seems like women mature faster than men in a sense. Like they be stuck.
That's a lie.
We can be the same
That
age,
was
but not the
something
same
the master
maturity.
told y'all so he could apply the dick to brand new pussy when he done had his old girl sitting up in the house. She can take this. She a nigga. That was that. But we got desensitized to it because we didn't have, luckily, and like I said, the reason that I'm able to talk about this, my great grandma just died. December the 3rd. 110 years old. She was able to tell me direct news, not no discombobulated story of that they sold you, that told you this is what make you. And she was from the South. People, you know what? People don't still understand. On our birth certificates down south, are them people that's, let's say, 60 on back that's still living. It's nigga on their motherfucking birth certificate. It's not colored. Those are new terms that came up. It's nigga. This is what you was. This is what we considered you as. This is what you are. And we keep on thinking that we evolved to be like, why would you want to evolve to be the savages that these motherfuckers is now? Putin over there motherfucking threatening nuclear the birthland of Russia. That's the type of motherfuckers they is.
That's what he and I were talking about that on the way here, and I was like, you know, we get caught up in sympathy, all sympathizing for stuff. I said, man, but you see how they dog Africans over there? I said, man, this white on white crime, fuck them. You know what I mean? And I mean, and you don't want to again become desensitized, but I mean, they don't give it. So everything that we subscribe to, this is what they told us. As far as education, you get an education because I give you a paper, and so you have to I give you the book to read. They give you everything, religion, relationship,
and it's all a lie, most of it.
And they like he said, these barbarians. So they giving you a whole draw. This is how everything we do. We try to follow, and like he said, you aspire to be. I want to be Steve Jobs. You know what I mean? It's my been a homosexual. You know, whatever.
He did suck dick.
I want to wear. You know, I was in a
not saying that I know.
Somewhere and had on some gym shoes, and the girl, you know, I'm thinking, hey, I'm fresh. You know, $5 gym shoes. She like, you know, that guy was all them was homosexuals and this, but she going, and I'm like, dude, you right. She's like, everybody but this person was, you know, only person that it was married. All the rest of them was homosexuals and this and this and that. But again, this is what we aspire to be, somebody else, you know. And so even like he said with relationships, because that was the topic, everything that they telling us is, it's like the Alice in Wonderland. It say everything you think is ain't. What you think ain't is. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm putting my own verbiage with it, but everything that they tell us this is how you supposed to be in relationships, this what love means. Every definition, Webster. This came from them. So, you know what I mean? We got to, we off course because we ain't dealing with each other. You know what I mean?
Our spirits can't get right. Because we
don't even have a culture. Everything we do is somebody else telling us we ate this food because they gave us this, so this is soul food. Right. They gave us these scraps because they put them together. They wasn't eating it, so this is our culture, soul food. Slave food is soul food. You know what I mean? Everybody got a culture, but us, we don't have no culture. We aspire to be everything else. We don't even know who we are. We don't know.
Because it was taken from us.
Yeah, we don't know nothing.
It wasn't taken from us. We stopped talking. We stopped orating between older and younger folk, not letting you read it in a book where somebody else tell you shit. They got audio book now where we don't know if this is the true version of shit. We just taking it for granted that it is.
But we're finding out now that a lot of that was whitewashed. A lot of that
was
lies.
because America don't want to be looked at as the bad guy. We that chapel on the hill. A lie. And hold on. I'm not coming down. Well, maybe I'm hypocritical. I'm going to say this. I make this disclaimer right off the bat, catch it on the camera. I am hypocritical. I don't like. I don't.
Gay people. Gay people.
I
say
don't.
Gay people.
Homosexual.
Okay.
Is that correct?
So when you say you don't like
hold
them,
on, no.
Okay, go
hold
ahead.
on,
Go
let
ahead.
me finish my disclaimer.
Okay.
Because this is what makes me a hypocrite. But I will enjoy two ladies at the same time. I don't know, but I recognize my flaw. And I am establishing this right off. So it's...
But there's other people out there like that, though.
A lot of people feel like brothers.
And I speak for them. I'm only speaking from my point of view, nor do I ever...
Well, why is even with that? Like, it's okay for two girls because it's feminine. It's
that's
okay.
a relationship, too. We don't talk about that. But that's a relationship, too. And that's because they think they going anti-nigga. And how these niggas is, she won't be. But they don't understand the human psyche. If a heifer is hard on somebody, it don't make a difference she got a dick or not. Is she gonna be hard on you just like that nigga was? And if she have a propensity to tip, she will tip. And you have to understand, do you love this? Is the pros outweighing the cons? That's life.
Okay, well, that was a very titillating conversation. We're going to have to do a part 2 maybe coming up next week or in 2 weeks. If you want to be on this panel, give us a shout out. You can inbox me or Crystal or send us an email at Keisha&K.C.Kickinit@gmail.com. Until then, we'd like to thank Mojo, Spoon, Fatty, Samara. We appreciate you guys coming on the show. We're gonna,
Glad to be here.
I hate that we gotta end the conversation right now, but we're gonna get over to, we have a special guest host for Nigga News today, so we're gonna get right to that. Mwah.
Another episode of Nigga News. Filling in today, your guest host, Dutch from Dutch Farms, founder of Dutch Farms University, owner of Dutch Farms. Follow us on social media. Download the app today. Start growing tomorrow. Welcome to the Green Rush. Marijuana legal. Michigan since 2009. You know what you think about that, Mojo?
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Can't suppress Mother Nature Day.
Can't it grow right from the dirt? Can't be illegal.
Alright, quiet fact. We, like up to 1978, used to grow along the freeways. You could pull up on the freeway and snatch your weed off the freeway.
Damn.
A lot of people know that. But then they sprayed the shit and killed it.
Okay.
Just a secret for y'all to know.
So what's your favorite weed? What you smoking right now, Mojo?
Right now, I got some Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue. That's one of your favorites.
It's one of my, with what I was doing today, I was going to keep me calm enough to be able to convey my thoughts. But as far as, it's a variety. Sometimes I like a surprise. Sometimes I roll up a variety box. So I don't even know what I'm getting.
That's
until I pop it.
That's more of the way I like to smoke. I like to just, people ask me all the time what I'm smoking. I'll be like, everything on the tray. You know what I'm saying? Or everything in the grinder.
My man.
But I think what they call people that like to just smoke one joint or just Gorilla Glue or one joint and then it's like purists. They call them like purists. And they want to get the feel like the...
Because they know what they get.
Well, they think they know what they get.
Exactly. Yeah, only if it's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they run down.
Right, exactly. Or they can just put whatever they wanted on the package, So yeah, man, I'm smoking some wedding cake right now. So I
Purple or what kind of color?
It's got a little purple hues to it, but it's mainly green though.
I feel you. I've had that. I've enjoyed that.
It's popular. It's popular.
I ain't never been a popular weed smoker. Cause you know what? I'm putting it on TV while we talking.
Okay, do that.
I want to bring up some high continent, old school shit like Alcopogo Gold,
Monkey Paw,
or black or chocolate tart,
Hawaiian
sesame meal, boosted up, where people can understand the love of weed that is. That is mine. And I'm putting it out here on tape so y'all know what the fuck I said. Now, anyway, we're back to this.
I feel like the love's still there, just in a different kind of way. Right now, when you get all these names like Wedding Cake and Gelato 33 and Gelato 44 and Gelato 99, it's all because people taking their time and breeding these plants like dogs. Or even like people, you know what I'm saying? I just, not too long ago, I heard somebody say I don't know if it was true or not, everything on the internet, everything ain't true, but they said that some white dude wanted to pay LeBron James and Serena Williams to have a baby.
I mean, but freaking nature that could build, saying it ain't racist, but the freaking nature that could be built with the chromosomes out there would be a spectacular specimen, but that's because they're not looking at them as human.
Right, they've been doing that since the slave days.
It didn't always be.
But the point that I was making was that that's still taking some time to create a superhuman being. Basically, is what that dude is trying to do, and that's what they're doing with the weed. They're trying to create a super strain of weed by crossing this monkey paw, whatever whatever somebody got. Then they bring it to another guy. He got something that's supposed to be top shit from his lane and his side, and then they put it together and then have a baby, and then we name it some freaky ass name.
But ain't that how evolution happened? Yeah. Ain't that the evolvement of how even if it's accelerated? But, and I'm gonna say props out to RV, that tissue culture shit is allowing motherfuckers to do crazy shit.
What's the tissue culture?
Tissue culture is when you breaking at the nose, the first notch, and all notches can make a clone, as opposed to you cutting off and cloning. You actually building it on the same, because I want to make sure I get it right. RV, they'll give you all his paperwork. He is the mental work that I know of, as far as I've gotten about it. I done did some issues and looking up shit, but he actually know. Dog, once you learn how to keep the genetics pure, and it's maybe not even, I'm not even going to say pure. I'm going to say out there letting it grow with God. Letting God do what he do. You can naturally alter what and build what you want to build, just like dogs. But I'm not saying because breeding pure breed dogs it'll get you fucked up. It'll get you a gang of retarded, slow slopping dogs.
But it'll get you them prize winners too, because that poodle,
and it's only fashionable for a summer.
That poodle cross with that Labrador, whatever that is, that dog been popping up everywhere, all around the map. They
looking for weird. They looking for weird. They looking
That's
for
a
mutants.
big ass poodle.
They looking for mutants. No, cause what was that dog that they used to have that was kind of fuzzy? They used to cut like trees, make them look like trees. They came after Doberman Pigeons.
Oh, I know the
It was,
I don't know what you're talking about. It looked like
Doberman. A big ass fucking poodle. That it stood up on you, you be like, them motherfuckers engineered them, and them bitches faded on the fuck.
But everything is engineered though, from everything, from every aspect. We genetically modifying and engineering everything. That's what we got. All the weed that we talking about genetically modified. All the dogs we talking about genetically modified. All the food and the fruit genetically modified.
We know. But see, I don't want to go to GMO though.
What?
I don't want to go to GMO.
You already there.
No.
We already there.
Let me make it a truth that
you eat chicken, you eating GMO.
That tree, origami, not origami, with horticulture shit where you cut off into a tree and you make a 45-degree angle slide and slide another tree in there. We are genetically enhancing that tree, but we are not changing the genetics of what would happen. So if I slide in, say, a chocolate tie with a white widow and let that grow on off of horticulture, it's some Japanese shit that they do where they be bending trees.
I'm about a bonsai tree.
Your bonsai, where they bend the tree how they want it to go.
And another thing that you keep talking about, but you ain't said you ain't called it by name, is gene splicing. That's what you talking about, and that's what the rich motherfuckers be doing to make sure their baby come out with green eyes or their babies come out with motherfucking.
And I want chocolate tie heavy. I want chocolate tie.
We even genetically modifying our babies now.
Yeah. You don't have to have no, but you also get them lumpy head motherfuckers that come in the back.
That's true, but that's what be like. But that usually don't happen to the rich motherfuckers. That just happens to the motherfuckers trying to do it on the hookup. Trying to do the hookup. Hey, I want my daughter to have super speed. Oh, I got you, baby.
And that motherfucker big booty could kick a brick out the corner of a house, have her come around. Then you like, well, I didn't mean like I wanted her to still look kind of human.
Because one of them actors got the blue eyes, and I think her daughter was trying to go to Africa to get the blue eyes genetically did like her. I forget who that was.
But that's gonna come when they sitting. We high. We don't need to be going. I don't want to go off into it because I'll take y'all on off. Nigga, we tricked by these crackers. I'm high. I'm sparking up some more. We is. They not beauty. They never was beauty. Why the fuck you think they roasting in the sun? They ain't roasting in the sun for nothing. Got big booties. It's white heifers that got booties so big, nigga. Scarface will turn around and be looking at that cow. It's because
it's confusing times.
Dog, dazed and confused and discombobulated.
Well, that's where we at. But
we going out.
But yeah, you know it was good hollering at you, Mojo.
Always
a pleasure.
Good to be here. I appreciate it. This is fun.
and I'm your guest host, Dutch. Follow me on social media at Dutch Farms University, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We a holla.